Hey guys, this is John for Cartridge Gamers, and this is another Dragon Ball Super review. Today was episode 56, and it was freaking awesome. It's about goddamn time we finally have an awesome video like this. It was great. The animation was awesome. The tone was perfect. The fight, finally, the Goku, or well, I wouldn't say Goku, but Vegeta, Goku, they all fight black, and it was insane. Super Saiyan Rose was introduced, and it looked great. I thought it looked great against, thinking of color palette, against the background, the destroyed background, and everything's all falling down, and it's dark, but then you have the rose. It kind of sticks out. I like that, for some reason, that color sticks out better than Super Saiyan Blue. So, anyway, that's my opinion. I don't know what you guys think, but this episode, it definitely gets a 9.8 out of 10. Like I said, the story, we finally got the fight, the tone, it was great, it was serious, it was a little darker, but it wasn't too dark, where you felt depressed, but it was great, and the pacing worked well. We got to see what the underground, like the fighters and everything, we got to see. It kind of reminds me of the Terminator series. You have the survivors, they're all underground, there's a few of them, the resistance and everything, and but it was great. It wasn't overly comical, but it was just enough. And it's nice to see, an episode where people are in peril, instead of just having this, oh well, he's just gonna fight him and it's gonna be fine, and oh, don't worry about this, and everyone's happy, happy-go-lucky, because everyone knows that Goku or Vegeta is gonna fight everybody. These are like new faces that we haven't seen, just people, and you see the times, and I think the show needs more of that. Desperate times. You can't just have a bad guy come and everything's like, oh well, they'll figure out how to beat him. It needs to be like, when Cell came, how the hell are we gonna beat this guy? Or when the androids are coming, things like that. Or even going back to Frieza, where everyone's freaking dying, the planet's by itself. Frieza's this tyrant. How are we gonna beat him? And it's just, you feel it in the episode too. How are they gonna beat it? A lot of these episodes have just been like, especially during the tournament saga with the Choppa saga. I guess it's Choppa saga, not tournament saga, but the tournament in the Choppa saga. You always knew who was gonna, that it was gonna be okay. It was gonna be fine. There wasn't like, oh my God, what happens? Even though they're like, well, if you lose, I'm gonna blow up the universe or something stupid like that. But obviously, you knew it wasn't gonna happen. But I mean, not to say that we know they're gonna have a resolution, but it's just the characters around the main characters giving they're feeling like, oh, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna do this? So it's good to see a darker tone, finally a more serious tone in this series. Something that Dragon Ball Z did, something that Dragon Ball did in the later episodes when King Piccolo was there, when everyone was dying. So yeah, the reason it only gets a 9.8 out of 10 is, well, and not a 10 out of 10, is because it's the same damn Vegeta fights first, gets beaten, and we let Goku take over and possibly win. How many times are we going to see this scenario happen? Why can't Vegeta just go in and freaking kick some shit, or Goku goes up first, gets his ass kicked, and then, you know what I mean? Like, the only thing it came close to was in the Golden Frieza saga, but if you saw the movie first before the show, that Goku gets zapped, blindsidedly goes down, and that's the only reason why Vegeta even had a turn. So I would like to see something where Vegeta gets to beat a character, or like with Hit, Vegeta went up against him all cocky and then got destroyed, and which is kind of stupid in this series, because in Z, even Piccolo mentioned it, where Vegeta is a very strategic fighter, and it just seems like in this he's just more arrogant. It's like, oh hey, I can become Super Saiyan Blue, I can kick all ass. Well, he did that against Hit and lost. He did that against Rose and was surprise attack. Granted, he did kick some shit though, not gonna lie. He kicked some serious shit, and then Black pulled out a thorn. Yeah, Black Rose pulled out a thorn. There you go. But it'd be nice to see what happens. I assume I know they ran into Yajirobe in the future, so, and they mentioned a sensu bean, one sensu bean, and I don't know if he used it or not, but maybe that's how they're gonna keep Vegeta from dying in this, and then hopefully maybe Vegeta will get up and defeat the bad guy for once or something like that. You know, yeah, I think it'd be good if Vegeta did it. You know, he has a little more stake in this because it is his future family, but alternate reality family dealing with this problem. So it'd be nice to see Vegeta make closure to this, even though Black looks like Goku. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I mean, and then we see Zamasu pull up out of nowhere at the end. So we know that now Black is not Zamasu, which I had a feeling that was it. I mean, unless they have a thing where maybe, because I know Zamasu was trying to be a god and this whole thing, and going back to way back to when Kami was trying to become the god of Earth or protector of Earth, or yeah, whatever that is, because there's so many gods now, whatever they call him, but he's technically the god of Earth. So he had to split his good side from his bad side, not backside, that's weird, bad side, and that's how you got Kami and Piccolo. So maybe Zamasu did something similar, but instead created Black in Goku's image, since Goku left a pretty nasty taste in his mouth. Anyway, that's another theory, but they might not happen like that. But anyway, so yeah, but we see that they're two separate people, so we know that Black has the earring, so he can use the time ring, just like Gawasu gave Zamasu to do the whole time leap to see the barbaric creatures fight each other. So, but who is Black? We're not really sure yet. That was just a theory I had, so we'll see how that plays out. But yeah, so I mean, what'd you guys think of this episode? I thought this was great. I wish all the episodes were like this. Going back to animation, it was good. And thinking of when Dragon Ball Z was on, and even Dragon Ball, back then in the 90s, they had the studios, nothing was digital at the time. So everything was hand drawn out, not on paper and things like that, cell paper. And the animation was crisp, gritty, and especially when the movies came out, they had more budget to make it look like that. But that brings a charm to this series. I know I was attracted to Dragon Ball Z when it first came out because of the animation style, because it was that, that fine, gritty, like perfect looking animation, and to see it crisp and more digital like, it's not as great. So to see the way the story's playing out, and in this episode with the tone and everything, it really helps. And I wish they would do more of that, because if they don't have the animation to grasp everyone in, because like I said, the animation, that was a reason to why I was attached to Dragon Ball Z. So to see Super look the way it is, it'd be nice that we get better quality episodes just like this one, where the story's dragging you in to find out what's going on, and the tone of everything a little more serious and not just cracking jokes all the time, and more peril to you're like, oh my god, how are they gonna do this, like, to give meaning. I mean, this is obviously someone that's older, that's been a Dragon Ball fan for years and years and years and years. So this is something that trying to keep our attention to. I mean, I'm gonna watch whatever comes out, but it'd be nice to, I don't know if you guys agree with me, but it'd be nice to have more episodes like this, and not just make it more the way it sort of used to be, instead of making it more of a child show. I get the fact that they're trying to make it, or aim it towards, like, they made it for the fans, but they also more or less made it so the fans' kids enjoy the show, so they go out and buy the merchandise and all that other stuff. You know what I mean? That sort of thing with the marketing and money making. So they basically reset everything without resetting everything, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Because they wouldn't get away with rebooting anything. So this is kind of why the animation is what it is, and it might be cheaper to do it that way too. Because I was reading up on something where animators are getting harder to find, because no one wants to spend all those hours for little pay. like they were doing way back in the day. So, you know. But anyway, so yeah, what you guys think of this episode? I thought it was great. I thought it was awesome. It wasn't a 10 out of 10 because, you know, for once I like to see Vegeta kick some ass and not have to die first or lose first. You know what I mean? No, so yeah, that's that. I was kind of rambling there for a second, but anyway, that's all the time we have for today, guys. Tune in next week. The episode looks to be just as great. Hopefully, you know, they keep the pace up and, you know, it doesn't die down. And I'm curious to where they're going to go with this because, you know, they met Black. Zamasu's already showed up. They're in the future. I mean, it seems like they might be wrapping this one up soon, or maybe not. Maybe it's going to go, you know, maybe he'll end up killing the time machine again, and maybe they'll get stuck in the future, and or something crazy like that. Or hell, maybe Black will become so strong that they'll have to do fusion. That'd be awesome because we haven't seen that in forever. So, but yeah, who knows where it's gonna end up going. Hopefully it doesn't end too soon, but hopefully it doesn't linger with you know, slower episodes and the pace keeps going and something awesome happens, because that'd be awesome. For awesome to happen. Awesome, 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 awesome. Anyway, guys, I'm John for Cartridge Blast Gamers. Please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.